Welcome back to beautiful Oceanside, California for the challenge at Goat Hill. We got round one, feature card, back nine coming at you. Bradley Williams, Drew Gibson, Anthony Barela, and my man, Philo Brathwaite. There he is. You had a solid front nine, Philo. 4 down.
I was very surprised. I had lower expectations than that. I was like, yeah, I get out of here par, 1 under, I'll be happy.
Even started with a bogey, man, and then fought back.
No doubt, man.
Well done, sir. There's Drew Gibson. There is...
1 bogey's no reason to get your panties on the bunch, right? Did I say that on the air?
Yeah, absolutely.
Try not to offend anybody. Some people wear panties in this game.
I hope they do.
That reminds me of one of my favorite old Snoop Dogg songs, man. you probably nobody knows about it. It goes, do you got a fresh pair of panties on? I got to know. You probably want to take that out.
I don't think I'm going to get copyright strikes, man.
Oh, my God.
Hole 10, we're going downhill, Philo. Way downhill.
Wow, yeah, this hole is a classic one out here at the Goat. You see a lot of guys really trying to get onto the green. I think this is the same basket location as last year, right?
It is, yeah.
Left. It used to be down to the right on the back side of the green, and kind of moved it over here, opened up the drive a little bit, but that upshot's still really touchy for being a short one.
Your shirt's moving here, Philo.
Yeah, wind started picking up a little bit.
Looking great, man. That's what you wanted, right?
Yeah, man, just fire one down there, hang it on the right side, let the wind blow it back towards the left a little bit, and there's some hazard along the left side, so you got the driving range fence and a hazard line. So there's about a meter in between those 2 spaces.
Yep. Barela with a destroyer.
AB was going for the hot line, and that actually was safe, I thought.
No.
He was in a hazard?
Yeah, he was like 3 feet into the hazard, Philo. Like, the hazard started right after his disc was, or right before his disc got in there. Really annoying.
I thought I saw him safe.
No. Here's
Brutal.
Williams. Destroyer rip. That's way down there. Hanging out with you. You guys like 200 left on this? If that.
Less, yeah.
And Gibson. That's too much hyzer.
He thought it was going to stand up a bit more, and unfortunately the wind didn't allow it to. Just instantly hyzered out and hazard on the left.
Yep. AB still 430 left to the pin. Throwing 3. I don't like the look of this, Philo.
Yeah, just didn't give the hole enough respect.
Mm-hmm. 2 times in a row.
Gravity won.
195 to the pin for you.
This is not my forte, Ian. I tried my best to go to the putter. It's been trying to work on it. Come up a bit short that time.
Williams, 176, going to the forehand approach.
This is a really smart play. Well executed as well.
Oh, yeah. Brad's a real tactician on the course.
He is. Yeah. We're kind of cut from the same cloth in a lot of regards. He's got a bit more variety in the shots that he can throw. He throws some really nice rollers. Obviously, his sidearm game is very touchy and solid. So, yeah, he's got some options out there.
Yes. That was Gibson just laying up for par. Here's Barela to save a 5.
Tough putt to get real aggressive on. It drops off real fast. There's a bit of a bowl. Old green. You can see he's standing deep in it.
And that was what was left of your layup for par. And a double bogey for AB.
Unfortunately, starting off both front nines, or both nines with
funny,
a double bogey. Yeah.
There is Williams with the solo birdie on the feature card.
Yeah, Bradley played it the correct way, just get yourself in position, a little dunker shot onto the green, tap in your birdie, and I'm like, I can't believe I threw that one that poorly. Should be better at throwing a putter than that by now, but, there's always something to work on.
Can't throw them all perfectly all the time.
Nope.
On to hole 11. It's a big arm hole, Philo.
It is. They've also changed this tee pad. This tee pad used to be off to the left, a little straighter on. Now they slid it over to the right and pushed it back a little bit. So adding a bit more to the uphill footage and the distance overall. Real skinny on the right side. Yeah, it's a tough hole to get. Playing uphill into a heading crossing wind. A lot of things can go wrong on a shot like this.
Yeah. Williams. Bradley going Thundy.
I thought for a split second he might have hung it out there just a little too wide.
I mean,
just has enough speed to clear the hazard and safe. Green flag for Bradley.
Couple inches over that railroad tie.
I'm like really trying to get after it here to make sure I got enough speed.
You hated this one about halfway
Barely,
there.
I know. I was
didn't
like, uh-oh. I thought I threw it better than that.
Yep.
Nope.
Here's Drew. That's trying to get over.
It really did. He threw the right disc, just barely missed the release point. Give that a couple more feet off to the right, and he's under the basket.
Yeah. Barela, definitely in his wheelhouse.
Both of them just a hair too much hyzer, but not a bad place to bail out to.
True. They are safe over there and runnable putts. This is also a runnable putt for Williams, but it is long. He's been scaring these all day, though.
He certainly has. Grabbing some more metal.
Yeah, I thought it was going to dive in for him. That one didn't get away from him too bad there. You got a circle 2 look for birdie.
Again, safe putt, so he can be aggressive. Just don't miss on the left side.
Ooh.
Almost dropped it
So
in there.
close.
That's definitely a bonus birdie.
Oh, isn't it?
Yeah.
Barela coming back for that bonus bird. That was an awful look for me.
That wasn't his best effort, no. I think he was expecting something different from the wind, and
Oh, I think you're
the
right.
bottom dropped out of it as soon as it came out of his hand.
Gibson.
Gibson got the wind read from Anthony, gave it an honest bid, but also coming up short.
Yeah. Bradley saves par nicely, and should be the same result for the rest of the gang here.
Yeah, par's around. None of us really threw the correct drive to make the putting game easier.
Such a touchy drive into that headwind. You know,
Yeah,
any
it's very-
angle left
yeah.
or right, and it just gets exacerbated, right?
Absolutely, the wind is going to exaggerate any mistake you make, so usually best to throw a bit more stable and a tighter line
Yep.
when things get windy.
It's the best form of the game right there. He's run out of a non-covered skin there.
Almost full sleeve everywhere, huh?
Yeah, working on it. Hole 12. This is a fun par 5. I like watching it anyway.
It's a great par 5. It's definitely eagleable if you can get into position, get up onto the flat up here past this Mando. If you get into this realm over here, you can get aggressive and try to find yourself onto the green, have an eagle 3. Most people are just going to play 2, full speed, drivers, get themselves just under the ball golf green, and then we'll easy up and down, get a birdie 4, get out of there.
Williams has the box. Destroyer.
That's all the wind right there.
Yeah, just right there. It just got over on him.
Yep. Started off on a nice line, and the wind said, no, sir.
Falcon.
Too low.
You need to keep it low, though. It's an understandable mistake.
It's okay. It's the mistake you want to make if
Yeah.
you're going to make one.
Gibson. Booming it, Philo.
Absolutely. But pushing a little bit off to the right side for him to get aggressive to get onto the green. At least with a backhand shot.
Yeah. Barela.
AB going for the hot line. Bling one more time.
This
on
is
the
cutting
narrow
the-
line. If he got that over 2 more degrees, Ian. Wow, that was right on the hazard line.
Oh, my goodness.
That's a huge drive.
Huge mash. He can see the basket, Philo.
Yes, he can.
I've never seen that happen before.
I can't recall it.
You are second. Throwing the Falcon up the hill.
Yeah. Nice and straight. Anything under the green, I can see the basket. I'm happy with that.
Mm-hmm. This is where Bradley asked you if you should throw a roller.
Yeah, it's actually not a bad play.
It's a great
there's
play.
plenty of space to do it, but Bradley opts for the layup and got away with one there. That was super close to being onto the ball golf green. Everybody's waving him safe.
So Drew will show you the roller. I believe this is a hatchet.
More than likely, we saw him drop that awesome hatchet in Vegas.
Yeah.
This one's got a bit too much speed. It's going to curl around, but not as tight as he would have liked it.
Yeah. Eagle look, though. And here is Barela. Par 5, throwing a mid for his second shot. And he's just a couple 100 feet away. Maybe 3.
Just inside circle 1.
Eagle opportunity.
That would be fun.
That would be cool. You got eagle opportunity throw in here.
Why not? I'm going to take a stab at it.
Ooh.
That was one of the best sidearm up shots I've ever thrown.
It was really nice. It was really nice, man.
I don't do that all the time, so that feels nice.
And this is another Williams run for the eagle.
Perfect speed.
Yeah, just a foot or two off to the right. Gibson going right around the uke here. I thought he should have gone left, but that's me. Maybe it was a wind thing. I could see the right to left kind of knocking down the ante putt. Barela for eagle. That is Anthony's nervy miss is to the right.
Yep.
And he wasted 0 time making the birdie comebacker. Also very Anthony Barela of him. Drop in birdie. Nicely done, Philo.
Thank you, sir.
Getting you to 5 down. What's going on here?
Was
there a chain stuck or something?
Yeah, it was like I didn't see them moving very much. Like I thought that little short putt was, potentially going to get pushed out by the chains. And
oh, it's stuck on the bottom.
yeah, it's a little, something was going on with a couple of the chain assemblies.
Interesting.
Ocean air really makes those things sticky.
Oh, yeah, huh?
Yeah.
You make good points, sir. One of the best drives that hole has ever seen. Back in a few.
When I walk up to the tee, I have these game plans. I think I'm gonna land in these same areas every single time, but you never know. Having the Bushnell rangefinder, no matter where I land, gives me that extra level of confidence.
We are looking at hole 13, 405 foot, incredibly technical par 3. Such a tough get.
Yeah, I thought this was going to be another one of those island-looking holes. Ended up turning out the whole right side is actually inbound, so you can miss as far right as you want, but there is a hazard off to the left, so that's the miss you're trying to avoid. It's a very interesting wind here. It can be kind of heady, and then it can be kind of right to left, and it's very hard to judge. It just kind of sneaks up on you sometimes.
Williams, destroyer.
This is the smart play and the miss you're going to want to make if you're going to make one, Just play for the late fade, and if you don't get it, you got a 100-foot up shot.
There you go. Your drive looks like a destroyer.
Yeah, going destroyer. The idea is to cut it over a little bit and keep it level and flat, and that's just too much hyzer, too much height. I'm praying for a miracle.
Stick. Oh, nah. Anything but stick there.
That was a big miss.
Gibson. This is the scepter for Drew.
Smart, safe play there from Drew. Didn't want to get too greedy.
Yeah.
It's more of a layup than anything.
Mm-hmm. AB, great place to have an awesome forehand.
Absolutely.
Get a huge, giant backstop, and he's got a birdie putt. That was you down the hill throwing it up. It's good enough. And kind of a touchy approach here for Bradley.
It is. He's playing down the grade. He can't really see a whole lot of the land he wants to stop on, so just kind of smart play there, doing the little Annie layup, take the speed off, make sure it comes in slow.
Mm-hmm.
That's a veteran move there.
AB for a stroke on the card and a birdie.
He's been doing good with the birdie putts. Headwind putt, left it low.
Williams to save par.
Nicely done.
Mm-hmm. We should have a bogey mate coming up for you.
Yeah, that's a silly bogey right there.
Yeah.
Can live with a bogey-like hole one where you think you do everything right and just come up a hair short on the putt or something like that. But just throwing one OB like that's very silly.
It feels like your first mistake of the
That
round.
felt like my first actual mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Miscalculation.
The math a lot easier, though, when you have this forehand. No calculations needed, really. Just mash a hyzer.
One angle, one turn, give it some room. Let the disc do the work.
This has got to be the easiest hole in the course. Or close to it.
Yeah, I would say it's the easiest, softest par 4. They really didn't have a lot of options with the land available for this, so pretty fair drive, not a whole lot to worry about. There's the ball golf green that I guess if you throw it really, really hard and you come up a bit short, that could be a potential hindrance to your score. But just throwing up into the fairway, a little mid-range onto the green, get yourself a birdie, get out of there.
Yeah, that's the play. Williams, destroyer.
Another full flexing shot out of Bradley Williams. Probably about 125, 130 into the green.
Yeah. And just 375 off the tee. You can see how uphill this shot really is. Gibson.
I told him to go get some ankles.
He
Got close.
Not bad at all. AB. That is low.
Yeah, low and burned over.
I think AB's disc has traveled the farthest so far. It's also the shortest drive.
Well, AB gave me a great place to aim for. He wasn't intending on being anywhere in that neighborhood, but I was like, you know what? Where his disc is will be perfect to go to the green.
It's a nice flat spot right there.
Flat
actually.
spot,
Yep.
nice straight line to the basket, and I was like, you know what? I'll play for that spot.
Yeah, if you can't get to the high flat spot, this short run right here is perfect.
Yep.
And perfectly done, Philo.
Yeah, man. Going to the Falcon.
Nice. AB. Got the Toro approach for Anthony.
God, I wish, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mid-range uphill, almost 300 feet is no problem. Going back to the stable DX rock.
Nice. Glide up the hill for you beautifully.
Oh, yeah, man.
Baskets are in trouble when you got that DX rock in your hand, man.
Typically are.
Williams, 150 left here. See if he tries a little saucy bid. Looks like it.
Yeah, no stress for Bradley. Cuts back through the tree onto the basket. It'll be a little tap-in birdie.
And Gibson, just a $110 left on this thing.
I like what he was going for. A nice shape of a shot there.
Barela for birdie. Feels like a par on this one, though, for AB, I'm sure.
I bet you those guys could get it into a jump putt at least.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
They
yeah.
put all the pieces together.
Yeah. We've seen drives on the green before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think they're kind of laying up a little bit. And birds all around, as it should be on this one. Like all the interesting footwear disc golfers wear, you know? You think it would like standardized like hiking shoes by this at this point, or I don't know, something along those
Well,
veins.
we were close when we had the Adidas Terex thing brewing. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
A lot of people
that's
rocking
true.
those. You know, but yeah, I think fashion in disc golf is becoming more of a thing than it ever was.
Absolutely. Hole 15. Alan stretched this one out for us.
Yes, he did. So this is a basket change. We're playing from the same tee pad, and the fairway and the hole all looks the same, but the basket used to be off to the left here, just past these last little trees on the left. I think those are pepper trees, right?
Yep.
And yeah, so he pushed it back another 125 feet to the back edge of the green and brought in some complexity with the cart path and the green of the ball golf hole to add some extra OB and something to think about. But there's some room back there. You got almost circle's edge deep.
Yeah.
As long as you're on the knurl when you're getting to there, you should be okay. You know, if you're not flying through there, you're not going to stop. You know?
Williams. This green really gives me hole 1 vibes.
It kind of does.
Long of a green, downslope towards hazard.
It's not quite as treacherous, I
Yeah.
don't think. It's more of a helping wind than a hurting wind.
Oh, yeah, the wind-wise. I feel you there.
Yeah.
521 off the tee for Williams. Gibson mashing on this Jumpman Destroyer.
Unreal. Just
Yeah, this is...
nice, high flexing, overstable drive. So nice. Perfect shot.
Barela. It's trying to get over.
It really did. Just a hair more bend on the nose of that disc, and maybe he would be out there with Drew Gibson. Unfortunately, he leaks way to the left.
It's a great distance wind on this one again, that kind of that left to right tailwind. Almost kind of like a B shot, huh?
Yeah, I was expecting a little bit of help with the wind, with something more neutral, just throw it kind of level and let the disc kind of push it, and it never happened. It kind of turned into just a straight, like, over my right shoulder wind all of a sudden.
Yeah. Huh. Here's
So.
I mean, birdie's still possible, though.
Still possible. I'm going to give this a ride and try to stretch the Falcon out one more time and give myself a 350 look at the green.
Yeah. Up there with Sias on the fairway. Bradley's second. 6:10 left on the hole for Brad.
And that's a total layup swing from Brad. He didn't really try to get all of that one.
Mm-hmm.
Tell he was just trying to play for a spot.
And Barela back over on hole 8, throwing his second for hole 15.
Yeah, fortunate they didn't call that out of bounds.
Agreed. And there's Anthony. He's up on the fairway with you and Bradley. Drew wasting no time for his second. Drew biting off a little more.
He did. He's going to have a little putter up shot. Easy birdie opportunity coming up for Drew Gibson.
Really helps throw something slow into this last shot, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. I got to go Destroyer to try to get myself into putting contention here. Try to use up all the land, get a little bounce flare off the ball golf green.
Nice.
Man, 10 more feet of speed, I have no putt.
Yeah, but still, you got like 20, 25 foot or something?
Almost circle's edge.
Is it? Okay. Williams throwing 3. Oh,
too much speed on the entrance into the green.
It tried to knurl.
Tried real hard. Just too much heat.
AB. Looks like a mid for AB. Oh, it's ABR 3, excuse me.
Look at that thing drop out of the sky.
Parachute style.
It certainly did. And just inside circle 1 for AB.
That advantage of throwing something slow. And jokery here for Gibson.
Well executed shot there from Drew Gibson.
There's a no putt birdie.
Absolutely.
Williams coming back up the hill for par.
They're playing this hazard so he doesn't get to bring it in. It's not out of bounds, so you got to play it where it's lying. And long putt coming. Another metal hit.
Yeah.
He's been online all day long.
All day on that metal. Barela for birdie. Ties you for the moment at 5 down. Excuse me, 4. 1 back. Here you are to get to 6 down.
I thought I was going to get a little help from the wind, and that just died on me.
You see the flag die right when you putted? Yeah. Williams to save the bogey.
Another solid putt from right around the edge of circle 1 for Bradley. He's been making good on pretty much all of those.
It really has. Gibson drops in the bird. Gets him to 5 down on the round, tying yourself.
I'm sure a couple of these guys feel like they're off the pace a little bit.
Yeah.
We had some guys come out, shoot some numbers earlier on, and at this stage of the game, you're trying to get to 8, 9 under.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like AB comes out to go hill and just expects a 10.
I would imagine he would.
Yeah. I mean, he shoots 14 and 15 out here. A decent amount.
No problem.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Stress-free day when he's just having fun.
Yeah.
It's crazy what happens when you get into the field of competition.
That's a hell of a thing. On to 16. Par 5. We moved the pin again on this one.
Yes, they did. So this basket used to be up on the high right side past the big Seiko palm that's on the right side of the green that you'll see as the drone flies. Used to be over there where that guy's walking down the hill, and now they pushed it back to the left. It really doesn't make much of a difference distance-wise. It's just a different looking shot, and I think this is a more receptive green, you know?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
And in the side hill,
Mhm.
you got a lot of rollaways and some interesting things happen. I just don't think you're going to see much of that this year.
Gibson, Jumpman Destroyer. 75-mile-an-hour smash, and this is leaking right.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be great as soon as it left his hand, but then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, that wind just crept up and got a bit aggressive with that and way down in the hazard.
Huge tee shot, though.
Massive tee shot. If that thing flexed out, he's
Yeah.
got an eagle for sure.
Barela. 78 miles an hour.
And this is the way to do it right here.
This
Ian.
is unbelievable, Philo.
That's the way to do it.
640 feet. He's in the flat at the bottom of the hill.
That's nice.
Destroyer from Philo.
Not trying to get too greedy. Try to do the AB line a little shorter.
Yeah. Perfectly done, man.
Happy with that.
Williams.
Isn't this that hole that Seppo threw that 700 and something foot
Yeah,
drive?
680.
680.
Yeah.
Just definitely possible with these downhill grades.
Isn't it?
out
Yeah.
here.
You get past that flat, and then you can get some real big distance bonus. 440 for Williams.
That's a great angle for Bradley. Really
Oh.
opens up the second part of the fairway. When
Mhm.
you're off to the right here, you still got one thing left to contend with. Actually, two things. The OB on the left and that big tree out there, that is a mandatory, and my Destroyer is going to be missing that.
Turned into a falcon on you.
It certainly did. The wind really kind of switched on me right
Yeah.
as I threw, and I read that wrong and got punished.
And luckily, Bradley had the same kind of wind read miss that
Yeah,
you had.
he had the right disc, though, a little bit more stability, and he had some more room to work with.
Exactly. So Gibson, he is down on 2's fairway, throwing back to 16.
And you still got to go inside of that tree.
Oh, thank you.
There it is for Drew Gibson, firing it up towards the green.
And a long look.
AB.
Look at this. In
Couldn't
the
drop
flat.
a disc in a better spot.
Just unbelievable.
But this shot right here is just
It's terrible.
baffling. I don't know what's going on
It's
with the guy.
terrible. He kills me, man.
Just the most unbelievable drive, and
Yeah.
wasted the opportunity there.
know.
I'm at the drop zone, missing the mandatory.
Throwing 4. Just hoping for an up and down 5 and a par save. It's possible with a good one here. How about that bump over the railroad tie, Philo? You didn't see that.
I didn't see that. I certainly didn't. I got up there and saw it by the basket. No, I parked it great.
You did. Williams, this is a caddy-approved run at the Eagle.
Brilliant touch from Bradley. Just always on the number, you know?
Yes. And that was Gibson giving it a bid for 4. Barela for Eagle.
Still got a chance to sling it in there. Chain high.
Yeah.
Frustrating par.
Dropping in your par. Barela sneaks in the birdie. Par 5, you can still throw one kind of not great shot and still snag the bird, which he did. Williams with the birdie. Gibson should be a par. Yep. That thing comes out clean.
It certainly did. You
Wow.
saw Drew Gibson's a couple shots ago and wobble, wobble, huh?
I did see that. That's funny, man. We are looking at hole 17. I think that was AJ.
Was that?
Yeah.
How about them apples?
Yeah.
Well, hole 17 hasn't really gone through much changes in the last couple of years. You know, they've had the basket deep of the green, and now they've kind of pushed the tee pad back and used this little side hill here to add some complexity to the shot. And that little bowl's a great receptor if you can get the disc into there. If not, you hit the side hill, that thing can roll a long ways.
AB with a champ Firebird. And this is just sod, Philo.
I understood what he was going for, but
But-
I'm really surprised that he came up so short.
Yeah. Williams. Rock 3.
I think that's the wrong play on this hole at the moment with all that wind out there. It's just going to bash the disc, man.
Mm-hmm. Drew going with the jokery. An overstable putter on a 380-foot hole.
He threw it on the more appropriate line. and just
Oh,
perfect.
Almost hit the pole.
Perfect shot.
What are you reaching for, Philo?
I was thinking about rock after I saw Drew's shot, and I was like, a little too much wind for me. I'm going destroyer. I'm going to kind of try to follow his line and come up a hair short on the release angle. I could have pushed it out there a bit wider. Didn't give it enough respect.
Yeah, that fade really accelerated.
It did.
Yeah.
You can see the flag is pushing real hard from that right to left, and didn't really notice that at first.
AB. He pitches up nicely for par. Williams. Tough birdie look.
It's tough, but runnable.
Oh, yeah, true.
It's very flat after he gets to where the basket is. Not a bad play.
Not at all. And you were in, like, the drainage ditch
Yeah,
over
I
there?
was in the drainage ditch, so I'm just going to chip that up. That's an extremely dangerous death putt.
From an
Right on
awkward
circles.
stance?
Yeah, awkward stance. I want no part of that.
Cool. Smart play, sir. That is Gibson with a birdie, moving him to 6 down on the round. Barela drops in par. He will stay at 5, as will you, and Bradley will stay at 2.
Definitely a disappointing par on this hole. You know, it's right there in front of you. It's under 400 feet. Definitely feel like you should at least have an opportunity to make birdie. You know, good one, not some 45, 50 footer, you know, or some awkward stance. Drew Gibson, the only one putting the pieces together that time. Well done.
On to 18, our finishing par 4, and it's a good one.
It is, and this hole has gone through a couple of little tweaks as well. I mean, in past years, you had a bit more room off to the left side, but they've since added in the hazard line, so you got to keep that thing in the middle. You can't get loose on this drive and see that thing sliding off to the right, missing the Mando, or getting a little loose and dripping off to the left and picking up the hazard. So really being in the middle is where the scoring's going to happen.
It's so easy to miss left. You're throwing high speed. You got that short golf grass.
And the tee shot also kind of baits
that
you
shape.
into that play, because
Sure.
you got to throw like a stand-up hyzer shot unless you can really time up the Anheuser swing. You know, you can do it like AB does, but he's an anomaly. You know what I mean? When you can make the disc fly like that.
What is this even?
Absolutely perfect.
Unbelievable, dude.
Big smash out of AB
610.
on flat land. That's a mash.
Maybe
man.
even a little uphill.
It is a little uphill off the tee pad. Yep.
It's crazy. Bradley Williams, just a perfect shot.
Very, very good. This had kind of the implications for a second that it could possibly slide out there, but just runs out of speed.
Yeah.
Nice shot.
Falcon shot to keep it a little straighter.
Yeah, I don't want to go overstable here and get that overstable finish, so the wind was really starting to pick up and push to the left, so just try to follow Bradley's vapor trail, and anywhere out there on that left side opens up the fairway for the second shot.
Oh, good point. Destroyer second.
Yeah, go and destroyer second. Try to get over on this, bleed it out.
This is a full distance smash for you?
For me, yeah, I'm really getting after it. It was just outside of 400 feet, so
It's a big par 4 at 860, man.
yeah, that feels good to make a birdie 3 on a hole
That's
that
a
long.
great shot, man. Williams, 380 left on his. It's a T-bird 3 for Bradley.
Get out of here, man. These guys are throwing fairway drivers. That's cool.
Gibson going scepter over stable fairway. Leaking a little left.
Yeah, it was. That came up a bit early on the let go, and
I'll have that left to save par. And AB, just 220 left to the pin here.
child's play for AB.
Comedy. And Gibson to sneak out of here with a 6 down. Oh, he did it.
Great putt to finish the round for Drew Gibson, one of my most improved putters in the last couple of seasons. Really turning things around on the putting green.
In a huge way. Williams to get to 3.
Does. Barely. That nubbed into the
It sure
basket.
did.
It didn't even go over the rim. Like, the nub shot it into the basket. But that's good enough to get Bradley to 3 down.
Yeah. Couple trouble holes, but tons of great shots out of that guy.
A lot of good shots out of Bradley. Some really nice touch displayed, some great driving skills displayed, and a couple of bad breaks here and there, maybe a couple of decisions he could have changed up. I'm sure he'll make the adjustments for round 2. This guy, man, Drew Gibson, knocking in putts from all over the place, all kinds of angles, wind blowing, showing off the jumper. And there's a lot of space for not perfect putts to still go in the basket. Count it.
Great way to put it. Here is your top 10. We got Cody Kirkland. We saw him last year. Alden Harris. We've been seeing him a lot.
Yes, we have.
Josh Anton. We used to see him a lot.
We used to, and he was trying to stick around. Still showing he can throw some numbers.
And Jacob Blair. This will be the first time for me to watch that guy. Do you
awesome. It's gonna be. I don't. It's gonna be a fun lead card for round 2.
Cool. We'll catch you guys there. Thanks for watching.